Hey everyone, it's Dustin Nulf with Keller Williams Realties, the Dustin Nulf team, and Full House LLC, Pittsburgh Property Management. Thanks for joining me again. We're going to look more at expired listing lead generation. So I noticed that a lot of you are super interested in the forms of lead generation and what me and my team do to generate a ton of leads. And what we're going to do right now is just kind of look at the overview of what my team's expired lead generation systems look like. We're not going to look at the systems in detail. We're just going to kind of look at the structure first, and then I will create more content for you to show you the detail of, here's exactly what it looks like. Here's exactly what our mailers look like and how we do them and when we do them and why we do them. So here's the overview of it. Please give this video a thumbs up, like it below, subscribe if you like the content and would like to see more content like this. Hit the bell notification icon, or you will not be notified when we do post new videos. So please hit the notification button, and let's get down to it. So expired listings, a little bit about me and my team. My team's, over the last 7 years, we average about 100 deals a year. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less. But for the most part, my business, my real estate sales business, has revolved around expired listings since 2009. Okay, so I got in the business in 2008. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't start selling anything until 2009. All of my deals in 2009 were the result of expired listings. So here's how my expired marketing and focus looks. And you're gonna read, like, if you read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, it's gonna tell you that you should, and if you haven't read it, there's a link below. Click the link, buy the book, read the book, use it as your Bible, refer to it often. You should definitely just follow a model. Don't just try to wing it and make up your own business like ideas. Like, there's thousands of agents who lived before us, and they've built successful businesses and closed billions and billions of dollars worth of real estate. Like, these people have told Gary Keller, Dave Jenks, and Jay Papasan their secrets, and the secrets were put into a book, and a model was created for you. If you take it and run the model, you're going to be more successful than if you come in and just try to wing it and think, well, I can create a business on my own. I'm entrepreneurial, so I can figure it out on my own. You can figure it out on your own, and you can lose a lot of money, and you can lose out on a lot of money, or you could just follow a model and then kind of get creative with it later as you learn and become more successful. Follow the model, trust me. So I don't even know what am I talking about anymore. Expired listings. Okay. So in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, they say be marketing based, prospecting enhanced. And what that means is that you should focus on marketing first, and then you follow up on your marketing with prospecting, which is telemarketing, door knocking, and things like that. The model has since changed. So a lot of real estate agents and teams say be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. And what they've found is that if they focus on telemarketing and inside sales and outside sales, they can generate quite a bit of business, and they don't have to spend all the money on this marketing stuff, which I kind of agree with. I kind of disagree with it, because there's a lot more leverage in marketing than there is on hiring a full-time person to be on the phone all day. But whatever. I started marketing based, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So this is what our expired system looks like, okay? So every every morning, our admin or admins, depending on how many we have working with us at the moment, will go into the MLS, and they're going to look up what properties expired last night at 11:59 p.m. They're going to pull all those properties. They pull them into a spreadsheet. They pull that spreadsheet up. We got two computers or two monitors. They pull up the spreadsheet on one monitor and they got the MLS on the other monitor. They go in and double check the MLS and they look for any of those properties that expired but were already listed on the MLS, because if they're already listed, we can't go after them legally. That's not a good idea. It's illegal in Pennsylvania to go after a listing that's listed by an agent for good cause, obviously. So we go through and we find those properties that have been relisted and we remove them from our marketing list. Okay, so we're only looking for the ones that have not been relisted yet. Once we get it down to that, so step number one is mailers. This is what we're talking about. Once we got it down to the listings who have not been relisted yet, we pull the county site up, the recorder of deeds site or whatever it is, the recorder site, and we're going to look up those properties and we're going to find the owner mailing address, because not all the owners actually still live in the house. Like, some of them have moved, some of them have vacation homes and whatever, or rental properties, and they don't live in that property. So we look up their mailing address and we put that in a section of the spreadsheet. So we got the address of the property, and then we have the address that we're going to mail to. And I just lost power in my one light. I apologize. So once we have that information, then we can prepare mailers for those people. And what I like to do as far as mailers go is that we handwrite the address. We don't do a mail merge. We handwrite the address. You can do a mail merge if you want. I find that if we handwrite the address, the owners are more likely to open the envelope and read the letter that's in it. So we handwrite the address. We send that piece of mail out the day that those properties expired, immediately. We use Mojo data systems to pull, so we do mailers, we do Mojo. So we are using Mojo to pull expired and for sale by owner data from the internet every day, and that data is loaded into our CRM, and our agents then can call the expired listings and say, hey, just wanted to check in, we saw your property expired, were you still interested in selling that property? And that's the best way to open, that's the best script that we use. Are you still interested in selling that property? And then just go in for the kill. Yes, we are. Great, I'd like to get it sold for you this time around. Are you available tonight to meet for a listing appointment? Just go straight in for a listing appointment. Be blunt, be honest about it. Sometimes it works, okay? And that's how I got started. I would sit here and I'd do the mailers on my own, because I was an individual agent, I was a solo agent, I didn't have a team at that time. I would sit there and do the mailers by myself. It would take me about 3 hours a day to do the mailers. I would look up phone numbers on the yellow pages. I'd go to yp.com and then go to the white pages and look up people, and I would call those numbers and I would ask them if they would meet me and sell their property with me. And that was the script I was using. If they said no, I'd say, okay, thank you, and I'd hang up and go to the next person. I had no objection handling or nothing. It was just, do you still want to sell that property? Great, I'd like to sell it for you. Can you meet tonight? That's it. In 6 months, the first 6 months, well, actually it took me 3 months to actually get any callbacks or get anything working out of it. But then the following 6 months, I listed 22 properties. It was just me alone doing this. So Mojo, we're going to call them, we're going to follow up with them, we're going to leave messages, leave voicemails. I believe in leaving voicemails. A lot of people will tell you not to leave voicemails. I left voicemails. I had this one I can think about right now. I left a voicemail. It was the same script. Hey, I just want to know if you're still interested in selling that property. If so, I'd like to get it sold for you. Please call me back. 2 weeks later, they called me back. Hey, we were out of town. We just got your message. Yeah, we want to get it sold. Great, I'd like to list the property. Sure, come on over. That was it. I listed the property. It was easy. So we're going to do mailers. We're going to do Mojo. I would highly recommend then doing follow-up mailers. So we're going to say mail to. So that's number 2. We used to do that. We haven't been doing that recently. But we used to do that where about 3 months, in 3-month increments. So what we did would we would keep our spreadsheet. So every month, so like if it's January, all the expireds in January go on one tab of the spreadsheet, and then when January's over and February starts, we're going to start a new tab. And when we hit March, we're sending a second mailer out to the January people. So anybody in January who we haven't heard from yet, we're going to send another mailer out. Now we weren't going back and we weren't looking at who's relisted and who hasn't relisted. We just put a thing at the bottom of the mailer that said, if your property's already relisted, we're not trying to solicit your listing. Please just throw this away, basically. Which, in the state of Pennsylvania, that's perfectly legal. I don't know about your state, so you're going to want to look that up before you just do what I'm telling you to do. So we would send out a follow-up mailer, and then that was pretty much it. So we'd send out 2 pieces of mail, and we would call the people once or twice, follow up. That was pretty much it. If you do that, if you just follow those 3 right there, you're going to be successful at expired mailers. You're going to be even more successful if you just keep following up. So if you're calling and you call every expired every day, and then next week you follow up with all the old expireds, you're going to end up getting people that start turning over because you're following up with them in the pipeline too. And if you're pairing that with these mailers, then you're going to be extremely successful at it. And you know, what do our mailers say? It's just one front page of mail. Like we used to send out a packet and it ended up getting down to just 1 page. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to drive them back to my website so they can take a look at what we do on the website and learn about the team and how the team works. So ideally, I want them to call me like a couple weeks later and say, hey, Dustin, I just wanted to relist my property. I saw what you do. I got your piece of mail. Call me and let's schedule an appointment. I want to go to the appointment and ask and answer some questions and just get the listing because they already know everything that we do. So that's the advantage of like when you got your website and you got Zillow reviews and stuff like that that you can throw at them. You're gonna get people that just call and say, come list me. Oh, and I forgot about this too. So we started doing this about 2 years ago. Is an email campaign for expireds and for sale by owners. And we're getting that data from Mojo. Every once in a while, like 40% of the time, we get email addresses from Mojo. So we started doing an email campaign for expired listings too. So when we, you know, that day that they expired, they're getting the email campaign also. And then I have that set up where it's following up with them every week or two. I had it going every 2 days, but like people were getting really ticked off, so I ended up spacing it out so it goes about every week and then it starts dying off. But that email campaign, when I first ran it, about 2 or 3 months into it, I got 17 expired listings. I listed 17 expired listings in 1 month, and it was that was all off that email campaign. I had 2 that came in that weren't off that email campaign, but 17 of them were from the email campaign. So if you can pop that in there and you're doing all this other stuff, you're going to have amazing exposure with expireds. But the key is to be consistent. You can't just do it like 1 day or 1 week and then stop. Like you got to keep doing it every week, nonstop. We've been doing this stuff nonstop for 8 or 9 years now. All right, that's how you build a consistent pipeline of listings. You don't do it when you feel like it. You do it every freaking day. Hope this was helpful. If it was, hit the thumbs up. If you'd like a copy of our expired mailer, I do group coaching for $10 a week, or $10 a month. Group coaching for real estate sales. I do real estate team building for $100 a month, and one-on-one coaching on your choice, real estate sales, real estate investing, or wealth building. That is $1,000 a month, and that's face-to-face or conference calls, one-on-one coaching. There's a link for that below. $10 level will get you our expired mailer. I have a for sale by owner contract in there, and there's other content that I'm going to be posting where you're just getting, you know, you get the template, you can go in and change it, put your name on it, make it look like yours, and then use it. So I hope you like this. Subscribe, hit the notification button, share this with your friends. Have a good one. Make some money.